Street Genius, Pot 6. It's like this one time I tripped on acid, and it felt like the more I walked towards a house, the farther away the house got from me. And yes, I just used my LSD hallucinations to make philosophical point about happiness. No fucks given. As the existential philosopher Albert Camus said, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't on LSD at the time, you will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you are looking for the meaning of life. Or, put most simply, don't try. Now I know what you are saying. Mark, this is making my nipples all hard. But what about the Camaro I've been saving up for? What about the beach body I've been starving myself for? After I paid a lot of money for that ab machine. What about the big house on the lake I've been dreaming of? If I stop giving a fuck about those things, well, then I'll never achieve anything. I don't want that to happen, do I? So glad you asked. Even notice that sometimes when you care less about something, you do better at it. Notice how it's often the person who is the least invested in the success of something that actually ends up achieving it. Notice how sometimes when you stop giving a fuck, everything seems to fall into place. What's with that? What's interesting about the backward law is that it's called backwards for a reason. Not giving a fuck works in reverse. If pursuing the positive as a negative, then pursuing the negative generates the positive. The pain you pursue in the gym results in better all around the health and energy. The failures in business are what lead to a better understanding of what's necessary to be successful. Being open with your insecurities paradoxically make you more confident and charismatic, and it makes you charismatic around others. The pain of honest confrontation is what generates greatest trust and respect in your relationship. Suffering through your fears and anxieties is what allows you to build courage and perseverance. Seriously, I could keep going, but you get the point. Everything worthwhile in life is won through surmounting the associated negative experience. Any attempt to escape the negative, to avoid it, or crush it, or silence it only backfires. The avoidance of suffering is a form of suffering. The avoidance of struggle is a struggle. The denial of failure is a failure. Hiding what is shameful itself is a form of shame. Pain is an inextricable thread in the fabric of life, and to tear it out is not only impossible but destructive attempt. It is destructive. Attempting to tear it out unravels unravels everything else with it. To try to avoid pain is to give too many fucks about pain. In contrast, if you're able to not give a fuck about the pain, you become unstoppable. In my life, I've given a fuck about many things. I've also not given a fuck about many things. And like these roads, which are not taken, and like the road not taken, it was the fucks not given that made all the difference. Chances are you know somebody in your life who at one time or another did not give a fuck and then went on to accomplish amazing feats.